Welcome everybody. We are going to talk about LifeWave. We're going to talk about the device. We're going to talk about the opportunity. But first of all, I just want to kind of introduce myself and talk about why I'm here and what brought me to this opportunity and this amazing device that's changed my life and so many people's lives so far. And it wasn't an opportunity I was looking for. I have, 8 different businesses. It was not something that was I was on the hunt for. What I was on the hunt for a couple of years was taking pain out of my body. Being an athlete, playing sports my entire life, um, and running and lifting weights, I had a knee injury that constantly was bothering me. And a friend of mine was a quarterback for Navy University, and we were talking about going down to Panama or Mexico and getting stem cells because you can't get them here legally in the U.S. And when we did that research project, I figured out it was like $40,000 for one treatment. And the doctor told me it might work and it might not work. And I'm just not about maybes. And they also said my body could reject it and I might have to come back in a couple of years. So it could be this ongoing process. So I just kind of lost interest in doing this because the pain wasn't that bad. It was just annoying. And so my friend that was a quarterback called me up and says, "Man, I found something." And he's like, "I found a stem cell patch." And I immediately was like, "Dude, we've done a lot of research on stem cells. You cannot get stem cells from a patch. It doesn't work that way. It's got to go directly into the tissue." And so he's like, "No, no, no, it doesn't work like that." And I was like, "Listen, man, I'm not going to be wearing some patches and putting a patch on and thinking it's going to help me, some placebo effect." And he was like, Just do me a favor." He's like, "I'm going to send you some patches. Just try it." So I get home from vacation. I have these patches on my desk. I pull it out. I call him on FaceTime and I'm like, "Man, this patch is a Band-Aid. It's not going to do anything. Like who sold you this snake oil and said this patch is going to do something?" And he said, "Just put it on." And I'm like, "It's not going to do anything, man. Like I'm wasting your time, my time." He's like, "Just put it on." And so I said, "Where do I wear it?" He said, "You can wear it on the back of your neck. You can wear it 2 fingers below your belly button." And I was like, "You know what? I've been waking up for 3 years to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. I'm going to put it near my prostate. This thing is as good as it says it is. Let's see if this thing works." And sure enough, first night in 3 years, I didn't wake up to go to the bathroom. And I've been wearing it about 9 months now, and I have not woke up to go to the bathroom since the first day of wearing this patch. And then about 3 days in, I noticed this mental clarity and energy that I've never had in my entire life. And so I was just like, "Wow, this is crazy." And my wife was like, "It's just a placebo effect." And I was like, "A placebo effect? Well, this is a good placebo effect. I'll take it." And then about 3 days later, she started wearing it. She said, "Let me try this thing." And then she wakes me up at like 2 in the morning and she was still working. I had fell asleep. She was in her office working and she woke me up, scared the crap out of me. And she was like, "Babe, I cannot wear this patch anymore. It's giving me way too much energy." And I was like, "Did you hear what you just said? Like, you know how many people take stimulants, drink energy drinks, do all these crazy things to get energy?" And she was like, "You know what? You're right. I'm going to wear this." And so then about 2.5 months, all the pain that I've been suffering from in my body was gone. My sleep improved like 32%. I wear a Whoop. I've been wearing a Whoop for like 5 years, tracking my sleep, tracking my HRV, tracking everything because I just learned what you track and measure, you can affect and change. And so I just noticed my sleep was improving. And then I had a young lady come up to me at an event that we were at, and she said that I changed her life. And she was crying. And I was like, "What do you mean I changed your life? Like, it's very dramatic. Like, how did I change your life?" And she was like, "The fact that you said yes to this patch and Ralph, a friend of yours, said yes. I saw it on his social media. And I have two 3-year-old twins, and one has autism, and the other one has never eaten food in his life. He's been on a feeding tube his whole life." And I was like, "Oh my God." And she was like, "The boy with autism, about after 2.5 weeks, he's a completely different little boy. I don't recognize him. His personality is completely different. He's outgoing. He's playing with his little brother. He's doing art. He's singing. He's running around. He's not in a bad mood." She was like, "It's just transformational for us." And I was like, "That's amazing." And her husband said, "That's not the most amazing part. Our little boy that we told you about, after 3 weeks of wearing the patch, she showed me a video of him eating food in his high chair." And I was just blown away. And she was like, "The best thing about it is he used to vomit 5 to 6 times a day in the car, in the house, in restaurants, in friends' houses, and that stopped." And in that moment, with my own transformation and other people that I brought in to this, and then her story, I said it was my social responsibility to share this with as many people as I possibly can because it is changing lives. It's not a drug. I don't like drugs. I don't like chemicals. I don't like pharmaceuticals. I'm a very holistic person. And I said, this is going to change humanity's life. And so, what I want to share with you is a little bit about this patch, who invented it, what it does, how it works, and then how you can get it. Okay. So, let me share this with you guys. This is David Schmidt. He's our CEO, inventor, scientist of LifeWave. He has over 150 patents. This patent for the X39 stem cell patch took 10 years and $4.5 million to bring it to market. And David, back in 2008, started focusing on age reversal, not anti-aging, but age reversal. And why age reversal was the thing that he focused on is because he figured out that aging is a disease. And he figured this out by researching and focusing his attention on stem cells. Because he was like, I don't, people age so aggressively, then they get disease and then they live miserable lives when they get older. And he's like, I don't think that's how God intended life to be. And so he started researching stem cells, and what he found out in stem cells was remarkable. And so once he figured out how to stimulate these stem cells, he got a patent. And this patent, you can look it up. And basically, it's a global patent, and you can't get a patent unless you do clinical studies. And it does exactly what it says it does. And it took 10 years to get that. He wasn't going to bring this to market until he had this patent in his hand to say that this actually does what it says it does. And this patent states that its embodiments as a result of elevating copper peptide, including activation of stem cells, improvements in energy, and elevation of antioxidants. All right. So, why did he start creating this device? What was the catalyst for it all? When his research, what he figured out was between the age of 0 and 30, 50% of our stem cells go dormant in our body. Nothing we can do about it until now. And then between the age of 30 and 60, 90% of our stem cells go dormant. So what does that mean exactly? Well, I'm just going to give you an analogy so that you can kind of understand it, right? If you see professional athletes, basketball, baseball, football, whatever sport they are, they're usually pretty healthy and not so injury prone between the ages of 15 and 30. But after 30, what you see is a lot more injuries. That's why they don't play much past 35 or 36. And the recovery from those injuries take a lot longer. And then that's why we also see after the age of 60, this decline in older people, an increase in disease, cancer, Alzheimer's, strokes, heart attacks, all these things that happen as we get older that people just said for years, it's just a part of the aging process. Well, the aging process happens because we don't have the stem cells there to get the inflammation out of our body, to get the toxins out of our body, to recover, to keep the collagen in our skin so we don't age, to keep the collagen in our hair so our hair doesn't turn gray. So he figured that out with this technology. So how it works is a proprietary form of photolight therapy. Our bodies are made of light and heat. That's why it's good to get morning sun, to get light into your body. That's why night vision goggles can see people no matter how many layers of clothes you have on because light projects through clothing. Heat projects through clothing. So he created this patent nanocrystal technology that's a wearable, that's non-invasive. There's nothing going into your body. It's non-transdermal. There's no chemicals, there's no drugs, there's no stimulants whatsoever that is going into your body. You're only reflecting light and using your own body's resources to elevate copper peptide, which then stimulates our stem cells and wakes them up and makes them come from a dormant state to an active state. So, what are the benefits of elevating your stem cells? What are the benefits of having the X39 elevate those stem cells? Well, it's going to give you increased strength. It's going to reduce inflammation in our body, which we all know inflammation is a cause of anxiety, stress, disease, cancer, Alzheimer's. All of that inflammation in your body is a really, really bad thing, and you want it out of your body. It's going to increase your stamina, your energy, and your vitality. The other thing it's going to do is give you mental clarity. Now, it could take you 3 months to feel this. It could take you 3 weeks. It could take you 3 days like it took me. It's going to restore your muscle in your body. As we get older, we all know we lose muscle mass. Stem cells are a big part of the reason that that happens because of that aging process. My favorite one is the improvement of sleep. My sleep has improved 32%. And I know that because I track it. I know what my deep and REM sleep is. I know a lot about sleep because I study sleep. Sleep is the most important free thing that you can do for yourself. A lot of people are like, I don't sleep well. Well, this patch will help you sleep better. It's going to improve your skin appearance because it's going to elevate that collagen in your body, which is going to keep you from aging. When you lose collagen, you get more wrinkles. When you get more wrinkles, they're permanent. So you're not going to age as aggressively. So this was a topography exam done on a 77-year-old woman that she didn't have the patch, and she went in for this topography and she had major inflammation in her brain. Now, that's not odd for a 77-year-old woman. Somebody that age is going to have inflammation. As we get older, we have inflammation, which also is a cause of Alzheimer's and a lot of other things. But after 3 weeks of wearing this X39 patch, she had no more inflammation. It completely removed the inflammation of her brain, which you can't see that, but it definitely removes brain fog. You're more alert. You feel better. You remember more things. And then after 6 weeks, there was a complete turnaround in her brain scan after just 6 weeks of wearing this patch. So what are the long-term results? Well, some short-term ones is in the first few days, 4,000 genes will start to reset in your body. Within 6 weeks, just like I showed you in this biography, your brain's going to become better balanced. Within 3 months, you're going to see your collagens increase. You're going to see a difference in your skin. My mother-in-law, after wearing this patch for about 4 months, she came to my wife and she opened her shirt, and she's 70 years old. So her skin on her chest is a little wrinkly. And she was amazed because her skin went smooth. And she was like, this is crazy. I was looking in the mirror the other day. I was like, oh my God, all my wrinkles on my chest are gone. Within 6 months, your heart will reverse in age. So how do you wear the patch? I told you how he told me to wear the patch, right? You can wear it 2 fingers below the belly button or on the back of the neck. But what David says, the guy that invented it, is if you have pain or inflammation or swelling, stick it there. You can literally wear it anywhere on the body. Wherever there's pain, stick it there. Wherever there's a problem, stick it there. This patch works anywhere. You can even wear it on the outside of your clothes. So the little boy with autism, he didn't like stuff on his skin. So his mom put the patch on the outside of his clothes. Then you're going to discard it every single day. Then every day you're going to put a new patch on. You're going to wear it 12 hours on and 12 hours off. If you are up during the day, wear it when you're awake. If you work night shift, wear it at night. But don't wear it to sleep because it will affect your sleep because it's going to give you energy. The other really important thing with this patch is you need to drink plenty of water, and plenty of water is at least half of your body weight in ounces. So example, if you weigh 140 pounds, you drink 70 ounces of water. That would be like 2 of these, okay? Every single day. The reason why is because your body's going to go through a detox. When you wake up those stem cells, it's going to go and get rid of inflammation. It's going to get rid of toxins in your body. And the only way toxins leave your body is through urine, feces, sweat, and breathing. Okay, that's how it leaves your body. The easiest way, obviously, you go to the bathroom every 2 or 3 hours. Make sure you drink plenty of water. The only side effects to this patch, is you might feel a little sleepy or you might get a slight headache. If you get either one of those symptoms, that just means you're not hydrated enough. You just need to drink more water. And back to the chemicals and stimulants, a lot of people ask, is this FDA approved? Well, it's not consumable. You're not eating it. You're not putting food in your body or a drug in your body. There's literally nothing in this patch besides crystals that's reflecting your own light that's waking up those stem cells. So it doesn't have to be FDA approved, although it does have a patent on the product. All right, so a little bit about LifeWave, the company that David founded. It's a 20-year company. They've used to do $20 million a year for like 17 years. As soon as this product had a patent, they went from 20 million to $320 million in a year. They did almost $600 million last year, and they're projected to do over $1 billion this year. This changed. They're in over 91 countries in the world. And again, it's a patented product. What does that mean? It's not a Me Too product. You can't go to Walmart and get this. You can't go and get shampoo, skin, products for the home, food. It's not a Me Too product. We're the only company that offers this because it's patented for 17 more years. No one else can offer this product in the space. Why is that important? Because of what I'm going to talk about next. So A lot of people at this point, how do I get this patch? Well, you can get this patch one of three ways. The first way is you can buy it retail, and it's $149 a month. But nobody really does that because you can buy it wholesale for $99 a month with an auto ship. And you can cancel that auto ship anytime. Or you can become an affiliate in the company like me, and you just share this with people like I share with people because I know how transformational it is for a lot of people. You just share this with people. And when you share it, the company pays you as an affiliate, just like if you do something on TikTok or a brand reaches out to you and says, hey, will you promote this? And if you promote it, you get paid for it. Same thing. It's the same plan. And I'm going to show you how that works if you're interested in becoming an affiliate with a company. If you just don't on here because you want to hear this as a customer standpoint, that's great. If that's how you want to come in, that's great. If you want to understand how to be an affiliate, like my wife and I are in this business, I'm going to show you that now. So really quickly, I told you about my testimonial and things that I went through. This is a quick couple testimonials. A lady that had eczema and she used the patch for a month to 2 weeks, completely cleared up. My golf pro, he wore this for one day. He was so skeptical like me. He said, that's bull crap, that's snake oil. And then after wearing it one day, all the pain in his back was gone, and he had the deepest sleep he's ever had in 20 years. And his father-in-law has not come to his house in 5 years. They live in a guest house like 15 feet away because he always complained he couldn't because his knee hurt. And after one day of wearing this patch, he walked to his house the first time to get more patches. This was a guy that was diagnosed with a fatal brain condition. After 2 months of being on the patch, it was gone. This is an 84-year-old lady, type 1 diabetic, congestive heart failure. You can see the circulation in her legs. You know, with somebody that has diabetes, this is what happens. They can lose their legs. But after wearing this patch, completely turn around. So if you want to buy this as a retail customer, again, it's $149. If you want to buy it as a preferred customer, it's $99. If you want to be a preferred plus, the only difference is you pay $19.99 and then $99 a month. The $19.99 gets you free patches for 6 months, samples of all the other patches that LifeWave has. So they're going to send you the sleep one. They're going to send you the energy one. They're going to send you the glutathione, which is for the immune system. Every month you're going to get to try those patches for free. So if that's how you want to join the business, ask the person that invites you to this call for their link, their customer link, and they'll send it out to you and you'll have your patches in 3 to 4 days and you can start wearing the patches. If you're interested in the opportunity as an affiliate, I want to share with you the compensation plan that the company has. Okay, so if a customer does sign up, a direct retail customer for $149, you get a $50 commission. Okay, if you're a customer and you want to get the patches for free every single month, if you get 3 customers to use the patch, you get your patches free for every single month. As long as there's 3 customers buying the patch every month, you get yours for free. Okay, so a retail customer, you get a $50 commission if you're an affiliate. If you sell a preferred customer, you get a $20 commission every single month when they buy. A preferred plus customer, you get a $20 commission every single month. Okay, that's when you have customers. Second, if you're going to sign up and start your business. Now, I've started several businesses. No business has ever cost me less than $250,000 to start, and it's taken me 5 to 7 years to get my money back and to start making money. You literally can start a business today for $295. And I would advise, setting up an LLC if you want to, because all the tax write-offs that you get, I'll train you on all the tax write-offs that you get, your car, your office, any travel expenses where you're going anywhere, your food, all of that can be expensed off when you start this business for $295. And what you get for that is you get 3 packs of 30 patches. Okay, so you have inventory for yourself, your wife, or some stuff to give out to other people once you launch this business. So that gives you 3 as a core. If you want to sign up as an advanced, it costs you $535 and you get 6 packs of 30 for $535. I signed up as a premium because I knew I was going to want to have inventory to give to my friends and to get people in the gym, to get people that I know. So I got the premium pack at $17.50, and that's 20 packs of 30 patches. Okay? So that's how you get into the business, those 3 ways. If somebody signs up in the business and they buy a core advanced or a premium, if they sign up for a core, you get a $35 commission. If they sign up as an advanced, you get a $75 commission. If they sign up as a premium, you get a $405 commission. So that's the second way that you can make money in this business. Okay. The third way that you can make money in this business is called bonus cycles. Okay. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail here. I'm just going to show you what's possible, but it's very simple. And if you've not done this before, it can seem complicated. Okay. So it's a binary plan. You have two legs. The company gives you two legs that you're going to grow people into, a right leg and a left leg when people sign up for the business, right? A power leg is a leg that has the most volume in your organization. Okay. And the profit leg is the leg that you get paid off of, but it's kind of a misnomer because you have to have a certain amount of volume on your power leg and a certain amount of volume on your profit leg to get what's a cycle. And that volume is $660 and $330 on the other leg. Once you have $660 on one leg and $330 on another leg, that's called a cycle, and you get paid $50 for every single cycle that you create out of your own. And I'm going to show you my compensation to give you a better understanding of it. But I don't like to get too much into details because when you sign up, we're going to teach you all of this. It's very, very simple to understand. Okay. But under this bonus, based on the rank that you earn in the company, you can make $1,500 a week bringing four people into the business. Okay. So if you bring four people into the business and they bring people into the business, you can make up to $1,500 per week. When you hit the top of the company, you can make up to $25,000 per week. This is not per month. This is per week. So this is $100K a month that you can make up to as a senior presidential director in the business. That's the third way that the company pays affiliates. The fourth and final way that the company pays is we have what's called matching bonuses. So the first one is your level one. When they sign up and if they're doing $1,000 a week, you match 25% of what they make in the business. So that would be $250. If you're level two, let's just say Pedro was my friend from college. I signed him up. He's making $1,000 a week. I make $250 every week off of him. Let's say Pedro brought his sister Maria in the business and she's making $1,000 a week. I get 20% from Maria for everything that she does. So I make $200 a week off her. Let's say Maria brought her brother Jose in the business and he's making $500 a week. I make 20% off of Jose every week. So I make $100. So just off of three people, I can make $550 that week. Okay. What I want you to imagine is my upline, and this is not the results of everybody, but my upline has brought 107 people in the business in 3 years. Okay. Which is an average of about a person every 10 days, bringing one person in the business every 10 days. On that generation one, that level one, 107 people, he's making 25% of 107 people that he brought in the business. Okay. Level two, let's just say those 107 people only brought in 10 people over 3 years, a person a quarter. That 107 would turn to 1,007. Okay. That he's making 20% off of every single week. So you see what three people are making, 550. 1,000 people, imagine what you would be making off of 1,000 people. Now, level three, you go down one more generation and you're making 20% off them as well. So that 1,007, let's just see that 1,007, they only brought 10 people in over 3 years, only 10. Now it becomes 10,007. So now you have 11,021 people that you're making money off of every single week. And you can see what you can make off of three people. You can make much more. If you're at top of the company and you have these people at SPD, you're making 16,250 off of three people per week. That's the fourth way that you can make money in this business. So what do you get by joining this team? Now, if you were invited to this call, you're a part of this team. One, you're going to get an amazing, amazing product that works, that has a patent. It's not a Me Too product, and it will transform your lives and many, many other people that you introduce us to. You're going to get an amazing system. We have a system to train people. We have these calls every single week that you can invite people in until you learn this business, or you can always invite them to these calls. We do these calls every single week. We have all these amazing tools that you'll be able to use. Listen, we've been in this industry for a long time. We knew nothing 6 years ago, but we built all these tools out to help every single person that's coming to this business. So you're not reinventing the wheel. Our leadership team is amazing. The leadership in the company is absolutely amazing. And the compensation is hands down the best compensation in any industry. I was in the insurance industry for a very, very long time. This company pays out over 60% commission. In the insurance industry, I got paid 10% commission, and I made a lot of money. This business, there's even more money in this business. The greatest thing about everything that I told you is the company has a 30-day risk-free. If you sign up for the business, in 15 days, you say, you know what, I don't want to do this, they're going to send you all your money back. If you sign up as a customer only, you have 90-day risk-free. You can use the patch for 90 days. and you can get all of your money back if you say, hey, wait, this thing didn't work for me. The reason they do this is because the patch works. Nobody sends their money back because this patch works unbelievably. So what I want to show you really quick before we leave each other tonight, I want to show you my compensation. And listen, I'm not guaranteeing you guys anything. The only reason that I show this number is this. When my wife came into this industry, I thought she was crazy. I thought it was a big mistake for her to come into this business because I didn't really have a good experience with this business. And we went to one of the events and she was pointing out to me all these people that were making money. This girl's making 300,000 a month. This girl's making $400,000 a month. And I was like, yeah, right. Everyone says that, that's the business. And so we went up to them and, and I would ask, I said, how much you making? And my wife's like, babe. And I'm like, well, I just want to know how much she's making. Like everyone's talking about how much money you make. She's like, I make 400,000. I was like, all right, that's great. Show me. My wife was like nudging me with her elbow and be like, babe, that's rude. I'm like, what do you mean it's rude? Like she said she's making $400,000. I want to see it. Like I want to be motivated. I want to be inspired. Like show me the money. Show me the money. And so she showed me her paycheck and I was like, what? It's insane. And that's when I got really interested in this business and really started to understand how amazing and massive this business is because there's no overhead. I'm an entrepreneur. Every business I have, I might make 10%, 15% profit from my business because of all the overhead and payroll and technology and rent and all the things that come along with starting a business. I mean, the EBITDA on a business is usually anywhere from 10 to 18%, and that's it because you have all the overhead. So I looked into this. And so the reason I want to share this with you is not to say what is, you're going to accomplish. I want to show you what's possible because a lot of people are like, oh yeah, 25,000 a week, you can do this, you can do that. I will tell you, my upline makes $140,000 per week. They've been doing this 3 years. That's $600,000 a month after 3 years. I was in the insurance business for a long time, and it took me 20 years to make $80,000 a month. A long time, 20 years. So I want to show you what the compensation looks like for me. I've been doing this for seriously for about 8 months. And so we get paid every single week. Okay. And so this is March 17th to March 23rd. We made 15,792. March 24th to March 30th, we were on vacation. This was spring break. It was a little down. Everyone was kind of focused on spring break with their kids. And then March 31st, April 6th, we made almost 14,000. April 7th, April 13th. This is per week, you guys, not per month. 13,411. Last week we made 15,062, and it's a day and a half in, 36 hours in, we've already made $4,137. We're making in a couple days what a lot of people make in an entire month. Okay, that's what's possible in this business. So I just wanted to show you that to show you what is possible. There's nothing special besides I just literally, it's my social responsibility to share this with as many people as I possibly can because I know how transformational this patch is for health. I know how much and transformational this patch is for wealth. So I really, really appreciate your guys' precious, precious time getting on here with me tonight because I know time is a commodity that is very, very precious with family, especially this time of night. So thank you guys so, so much for joining me tonight. Whoever invited you to this call tonight, please reach out to them. Do not wait because this is taking off and you want to be a part of this. I'm telling you right now, we are a part of something really, really special. I always say that David Schmidt is the Elon Musk or the Steve Jobs of wellness. And I really believe that this patch is going to help people live a lot longer. My goal is to live till I'm 120 healthy because that means my kids are 80 and I get to spend 80 years with my kids. And that's why I'm very, very much into holistic health and not putting chemicals or pharmaceuticals or bad food into my body. And this patch will change and take your life to the next level. And I look forward to working with every single one of you and helping you become a better version of yourself. So let me see. What is this saying? Open my camera. I'm ready. Oh, sorry. So thank you guys so much for joining us tonight, and I look forward to working with every single person on here. And if you have any questions, whoever invites you to the call, reach out to them. If you're on my team, reach out to our chats. We'll answer any questions you guys have. We'll help you guys get signed up. We'll help you start your business, and we're gonna have a lot of fun and help a lot of people. Have a great night, you guys.